It's the 13th. We took a ferry over to San Francisco downtown. This is Sacramento Street. We just walked straight up the... I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but anyway, look at this hill going up there. And this is the Transamerica building. There it is. Here's a little bit better shot of Transamerica building. Just out of the base of it. We've done our little walk around town. We're back at the ferry terminal, 1915. It's here my dad was born. A little bit noisy. We just boarded the ferry out of San Francisco, going back to Golden Gate Lock Spur. There's the city. There's the Golden Gate right over there. When we go by Alcatraz, I'll shoot that for you, but San Francisco's something. The noise, I asked him if he could pull it back while I was videoing, and he just looked at me. I didn't do that. There's Sausalito over there, which is very high real estate prices. There's Alcatraz, Golden Gate Bridge behind it. You'd have trouble. I don't think theoretically anybody really escaped from there. They don't know for sure, but maybe they do. But anyway, here we go, back to the Lock Spur. Shot there in San Francisco. This is Angel Island, and there's the Golden Gate on, looking at it from this side. Yesterday, when we shot a video from up high, it was right to the right of the Golden Gate over there. You can drive up in there. This is a 30-minute ride, costing $30. I got a little discount because they thought I was a senior, or Jenny's a senior. But it's quite a ways over here. But this morning, this thing was just jam-packed. Now there's almost nobody on it. People commuting, going to work. All right, this does it. San Francisco Bay. There's a boat just like we're on, a ferry just like we're on. Make pretty good time. And they run them all day. I don't know when they quit, but pretty rough day out here today. It's about in the 50s, and they say the temperature stays like this all the time. Little shot. This is San Quentin. See some of the boys out in the yard. Yikes. Close up of San Quentin. Pretty rough place. More of San Quentin. This is a big complex here. Got her to pose. We're in yep, that's it. Didn't realize how famous we were. In a little town called Sonoma, California. We're about 30 miles from Santa Rosa, where we're staying. My sister had been to this place before, so we just found it. It's a little wine tasting place. Went in there and bought a couple of deals, corkscrews, a couple bottles of wine, and cap with roach on it, and popped $100 bill. Yikes.
We're a few miles north of Sonoma, California. This is the Sonoma Valley. Vineyards. Our wine friend said we had to come check out the vineyards. Here we are. We just left the Sonoma Valley. Now we're crossing over the Napa Valley River. There's the Napa Valley for all you wine people. We have wine tastings all up and down these highways. Go in and plop down $10 and you get 6 sips. Still passing through the Napa Valley. Here's a golf course, the Chardonnay Golf Course, right in the middle of all these vineyards.
May the 17th, we went north on I-5 yesterday, 100 miles, to a little town on Interstate 5 called Orland, O-R-L-A-N-D. And we turned west on a pig trail and came back here to this magnificent reservoir, Black Butte Lake Reservoir, and it's a Corps of Engineer camp, and it's just beautiful. This is so typical of a Corps of Engineer camp. They're remote as they can be, but they put a very nice facility in here. We spent last night here. We're going to spend the night here and then head out. But this is very pretty. And by the way, right there is Black Butte, B-U-T-T-E, California. By the way, we're 14 miles inland or to the west of that little town off of I-5. But these brown hills are so typical of this part of California. If you're not in the mountains, you've got these brown mounds, as I call them, all over the place.
It's hay.
And it produces hay. They farm or collect this hay. It's pretty. Today's Monday, May the 18th. We're at Black Butte Lake out of Orland, O-R-L-A-N, California, about 14 miles west of I-5. And yesterday this thing was just jam-packed, but it's Monday, folks have gone home, but we're getting ready to leave. There's Black Butte right there. But if you like a lake view, there it is right there. It's a nice place. All right, we're headed out of the park, and I made a mistake a while ago. It's Orland, O-R-L-A-N-D, which is a little town that sits on I-5 up here.
We just entered Lassen, L-A-S-S-E-N Volcanic National Park in Northern California. According to Bob, this is probably the second least visited national park in the United States. We've already been to the first one, Big Bend. Gonna see some volcano activity up in here, sulfur springs, boiling springs, things like that.
This is a place called the Sulphur Works, and we're right in the core of this volcano. And this is sulfuric acid and water boiling up. I mean, it's got to be pretty close down there, but this is a very active little sulfur pipe. I think we've stayed here about long enough.
There's another one of those little mud pots down there, spewing out sulfuric acid. It smells like rotten eggs. We're in the core of the volcano. It's still active down there. Panning around so you can see we're down in a core. And there's a mountain stream. Still snow up here. Well, we never expected to find one of the 875 GPS stations located throughout the United States, right up here in the core of this volcano. There's a glacier left that rock there.
Well, here it is, May the 19th. We're up about 7,000 feet. I know Jenny showed you that boulder a while ago. That's pretty interesting. But somebody said this was, maybe it was me, the second least visited park, national park in the country. And there's a little testimony to it. Not exactly jammed to the wall, but we're trying to make it the third least visited.
We're in northwest California in the Trinity Alps mountain range. That's the Trinity River. We're on the way to the west coast again. Going through this mountain pass. This bus is like, how many more of these are we gonna do? Trinity River. That's another Trinity River view. There's been a lot of wildfires up in this area, which I think is just part of nature, but you'll see a mountainside all scarred up like that. But it's regenerating.
Today we crossed finished crossing 135 miles of mountains, and we're on US 101 North. We spent the night last night in the Blue Lake Casino parking lot for free. It was very nice, secure, and all that stuff. There's the great Pacific Ocean right there, the Pacific. Some point up here. We're going to spend the night. That's in Trinidad right up there, but a little bit different view of the Pacific than we had before. California coastal town called Trinidad. We're staying in a casino right over there in those woods. $20 you can stay 1 night, 2 nights, or 3 nights. But this is a little harbor. End of this video too. This is it for this video. But a pretty scene looking out to the Pacific.